The the biggest little farm. I think it's a movie that everybody should watch. We watched it last night, and it talks about a couple whose goal is to create this self-sustainable farm, right? And there's a lot of metaphors and a lot of takeaways in that movie that I think we can learn from for our communities. As they learn to build this farm, they run into all these problems that at that point seemed problems, but what it really was, it was them having to take a step back and look at the big picture and find solutions and realize that the ecosystem that they have built in this farm, everybody had a role in that. And it was just learning how to put these animals and these plants and these birds and make it all work together. And so when we look at our community, and we've been working at this project of Envision and trying to help our community get better, and the deeper that we dig into it, we started to realize that it's beyond fitness, right? And we started discovering that we have a food problem, that we have a community who is lacking skills. We have a problem where a lot of the kids are missing father figures. And so we have this huge issue that I think that needs to be addressed by the community. And we need to understand that we all have a role in this community. We all have something to give that can make our future better. And if you look at things the way they are right now, right, with obesity, with the amount of high school dropouts, we're not heading in a very good direction. And I think we need to be able to come together and start helping each other out, figure out how we're going to switch this around. And I think it starts with the youth. The youth is a huge one. We need to start to give them some direction. We need to start helping them find their purpose. But I think before we even do that, we need to fix ourselves first. And that's very challenging to do because, it's years and years of bad habits. And so now we have to go back and fix ourselves before we can go and fix others. But I think it's doable. I think it starts with somebody thinking big. It starts with somebody having this crazy idea and saying like, hey, I think we should give it a shot, right? And then finding the next person that can agree with that and move forward. And so we start grabbing one more and picking one more and picking one more. And all of a sudden, this community, this ecosystem starts to get bigger, right? We find the educator. We find the person who can get the person healthy through fitness and nutrition. Then we find the person who can teach them how to save money so that they can create a budget. And so we give them financial literacy. Then we find the person who can give the kids skills. And we find all these different individuals that can contribute to this problem. And we start turning it all around. So I think that's a really good movie that we should all watch to realize, like, instead of waiting for the state or the government to come and save us or come and fix our communities, we have to take ownership and start becoming the change, right? And I think it's so important to be able to do that because I think if we're able to come together, we can definitely turn this community around and we can create something that we are all proud of. We will create something that is going to thrive, right? We're going to have a good economy in our community. We're going to have good sustainable jobs and high-paying jobs where people don't have to leave town and can continue to contribute to the ecosystem. So I think we have everything that we need here. We just need people to start looking in that direction.